Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking, the man who loves wrestling more than life itself, Sam. Welcome to the show, sir.
That isn't necessarily saying much.
No,
hey!
Yeah, true. What is life, really? For guys like us with 26 jobs and 26 tons between us? I don't know. I don't have a really good joke
That's
there.
A lot of tons.
It is a lot. We're pushing like a ton between the two of us. I mean, we're getting there. Pretty soon we'll be there.
I hope so.
Yeah, Lord willing and the creeks don't rise or whatever. So we had a big week, obviously.
The authors of Paunch. That's what we are.
The authors of Punch. A girl in a towel just walked. Nice. This is a good episode already. So, speaking of good episodes, we had WrestleMania.
It happened.
It was just the other day. It happened. It was
yesterday.
A thing. Yes, we were recording on Monday night because due to my vacation plans, we were unable to record the rest of the week.
So fucking fancy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fancy.
As of this time last night, WrestleMania's main event hadn't even started yet.
That's true. Yeah. What a long ass show. Let's talk about that first. I mean, did you watch the whole thing?
No. Fuck no.
Okay. I watched the whole thing.
That's what I said. I'm a wrestling fan, and it's too fucking long. I was reading an article. He's like, guys, people that are lifelong fans are like, I'm not gonna watch. Like, you just feel wrestled out. It's
you do.
Too, you know, if you watch the entire thing, it's over 7 hours.
Watching Raw tonight, that main event, I should have been into it because Jeff Hardy was returned, and I gave no shits. I gave zero shits, and I feel wrestled out, and I don't know how I'm going to watch SmackDown on Tuesday. You know. Because I also watched NXT Saturday night, too.
Don't need to worry about watching SmackDown Tuesday because Andre the Giant's on. That's
right. Yes.
That's the real story,
Hopefully,
brother.
Since this episode comes out on a Thursday, you guys have already watched the Andre the Giant thing. We will recap it next week.
This shit should be released early if we're recording on a Monday night.
Maybe I'll get him to release us tomorrow. Why not?
Release the Kraken.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll just tell him, hey, we're not. Why are we talking about this on the air? We're such idiots.
What does it matter?
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Mania. It was Mania-tastic. We had okay. Let me preface this. You seem extremely let down.
I wasn't let down. I thought it was going to be not very good, and my official ranking is not very good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the highlights of the show: Charlotte Asuka was great. The opening match, the opening match of the main card. Then amazingly enough. Triple H, Angle, Rousey,
I'm hearing
Steph
people say
came
that
off
was the
amazing.
Most, yeah.
I mean, it was probably a little bit too long, but it was fun. It was interesting to watch. It had me following everything that's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of the matches on the card didn't. I would drift in and out of like, am I eating food or am I, or
how low is my beer or do I care about watching?
I think I'm the only person that, I felt bad. Like I was at the people's house that I was watching at, it was just me and them at the end. These shows go too late.
They go too late.
People are just like, meh, I'll watch it another time on, It's like the show goes after 12 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah, we were watching it with the kids, and they took a nap in the afternoon, and they still couldn't make it through. And they were pumped, excited, and everything, and just couldn't get through it. So there were definitely some highlights and lowlights for me of WrestleMania. Like you said, the Rousey match was way more entertaining than I think it deserved to be. I mean, it should have been a shit show, I thought. I thought it was just going to be where they come out and Rousey, it's her big match, like her first match, so like it doesn't need to be anything special. I found myself the whole time watching the match expecting Kurt Angle to take a bump and turn into dust.
Expert booking. That match was expertly put together. Okay. Built to a few crescendos, and it was just very well done.
Yeah.
Nobody got majorly hurt. Looked like Angle when towards the end of the match when he got like thrown into Ronda, that they might have like clashed heads.
Yeah.
But I think they came away pretty much unscathed. And so
I have an issue with Steph being able to block the armbar, just because we know. And again, I know wrestling is not real, but we've seen Ronda destroy people with that armbar before, and now Stephanie McMahon can lock her fingers.
She's Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, I remember that.
Her brother's the greatest wrestler alive.
Yes, exactly. I think Steph might have got in too much on Ronda, but whatever. It's worked. Steph's an amazing heel to play off of. So
and she got her comeuppance again on Raw, so it all worked out. Some things that I thought did not work out. Bludgeon Brothers match was probably the worst WrestleMania match I've seen in a long time.
Oh, really? I mean, there's a lot of contenders on this card. I wouldn't say that. I mean, they put them over as what they needed to, I guess.
It was just such a blah. Like, I don't remember a single thing from it.
There were a lot of awful blah matches.
Yeah, but I remember all the other matches.
You remember shit like, hey, let's have a fucking plant in the crowd. Let's have a referee's son. That's
Nicholas.
Dude, I wanted a brogue kick to that kid's head so bad. I would have loved it. I was like, what the...
But imagine if you were a 10-year-old kid.
And my dad was a WWE referee and I could get into a match?
No, but like... If you were
I was a 10-year-old kid and watched wrestling.
And think of how excited
and
you would have been
I never rooted for... Boy, I hope they pick a guy out of the crowd, a little boy, to be in the match.
If Hogan had pulled a kid out of the crowd, and you're
he
watching
didn't need to.
On TV.
He didn't fucking need to. He had everybody, in the palm of his hand. I thought that was stupid. I hated it. Again, it got attention or whatever from all the mainstream, whatever. A 10-year-old boy is tag team champion. We saw how long that lasted. It was on Raw. Now the titles are up for grabs in a tournament. But I thought it was terrible. The only thing that would have set me worse is if freaking Braun put the kid on top for the pin.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think when that kid got tagged in?
I knew nothing was going to happen. Like, even though it was I knew it was a plant, and instantaneously, because there's no way a child is getting cleared to even stand on the apron. But yeah, when he got tagged in, I was just like, nothing's going to happen here. They can't have anything happen other than maybe Braun putting him on top of like a lifeless body for a pin.
Right.
I hated it. Braun, I don't know what I guess they're stalling to pull the trigger on him. Now he's kind of like this like comedy monster.
Yeah, he's a comedy monster.
Whatever. I don't know. And then again, I didn't like the bar losing.
Oh, the bar. Yeah, that was the thing I didn't like about it was the bar getting just destroyed after they'd been dominating like for the last year. They're supposed to be our top tag team.
Yeah, that I didn't like. Let's see, what else didn't I like? No,
there's so much.
Just the shit was.
Well, the match list is there if you want to look at it.
Yeah,
look it over.
I can run right down and tell you just looking at it this way. Didn't watch Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali was on too early. Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax. That was a tough spot to be in on that part of the card. Spot. That I thought that was satisfactory. I thought it did what it needed to do. Nia Jax got a big win. I thought there was nothing wrong with that match.
What?
Cena Undertaker.
Yes, let's get into this.
I mean,
that's some storytelling right there.
It's just, again, I rather they not done anything at all, not even have the 6 weeks or whatever, how many weeks is Cena calling him out, than to just, Undertaker looks better than ever. He fucking win a 2-minute match. and he destroys Cena. Yeah, also, Cena can go away, film his Hollywood movies, which remember back in the day, he's like, I don't do that's The Rock. No, now you just have the opportunity to finally do it, so you're out. Whatever, which is fine.
You were talking about that big boot that he took from Taker.
Listen, Cena worked that match so fucking lazy and terrible. The Snake Eyes in the corner, he caught his entire body on the ropes. His head didn't get anywhere near the turnbuckle. And then worse was the freaking big boot had both hands up and him falling back before they had a jump cut it like 16 times. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you saw our friends over at Saturday with Chicken Duck. Casey was watching, and he was mentioned. I said there when I was watching, I almost got at one point they were jump cutting so much I was getting sick. Like when that goes back and forth like really quick, like it makes my like come on now, seriously, like.
So you don't. See, I thought it was actually pretty interesting. The match was shit. But, like, Cena's in the ring, and then Elias comes out. You know, like, it was like the up and down.
Everything was longer than that match. And again, I guess Elias' new role is get shit on by people, because tonight he got shit on again by a returning superstar, which is fine. Lashley came back tonight. Yeah. I thought, maybe right away they'd go into something with Lashley and Lesnar, but obviously that can't happen because we'll talk about that then. But yeah, so Cena Taker, you liked it. I thought it was shit.
I thought it was good. Now I would have been pissed, A, if Taker would have lost, or B, if it would have been a long match that showed Taker looking weak. So
I thought he looked weak just by being there, but you know.
well, no,
Do you like how they explained how he could get all his stuff back?
no. Wait, how did they say? I missed
You
that.
didn't fucking see the ring? All his shit was in the ring, and lightning hit it and disappeared.
Oh,
and
I thought you meant
he
they
appeared
said
with it
something.
on.
I thought you
no,
meant
that was the explanation.
Oh, that
obviously.
works. Yeah, no, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Mystical.
So what? Now they said he's back tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. So now he's back. Is he going to wrestle?
He's full time.
Yeah.
Him and Ronda Rousey are now full time.
Is he going to? So now he can do like 4 more manias.
Yeah, something. He's
Whatever.
back. He's got a new hip. He looked good on the hip. See if you remember.
He moved around better.
He moved better. That's all I
what's
can
the point?
say.
He's like 50. Whatever. Shit. Men's Battle Royal. At least that gave us Wyatt joining forces with Matt Hardy, which I like.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool moment.
Women's Battle Royal furthered the Bailey Sasha storyline.
Yeah. I really thought that one of our girls that we picked was going to win that. I
Yeah,
picked Sonya Deville.
Both the people I picked in the men's weren't even in
They
the
weren't even
match.
in it. I
Did
know.
you see Elias was announced for the Battle Royal
Yep.
the day before, and then they pulled him off?
Yep.
So I feel like he was originally booked to win it, and then they went in another direction at the last second.
Something like that. Apparently, there were a couple like audibles called last night. I read that.
Well, I'm sure there's so many huge upsets, and normally those betting odds are pretty informed because it's people on the inside getting information, and so let's keep going down. I'll keep going down the line of hate.
Yeah.
Line
up the hate.
What we got Jinder winning the U.S.
You
title.
like that.
The worst option of the 4 gets the U.S. title.
Hey, I
The
said,
match was
it was another unspectacular.
it was okay. I mean, there wasn't any even like great spots I loved.
It's tough. It's 4 slow workers. It
Well,
really
it's
is.
just, and then too, just try it with so many multi-people matches. You can only, it's basically 2 in, 2 out, or 2 in, 1 out. Like,
Yep.
the most over person in the match by far is Rusev.
Yeah, it wasn't
just
close.
like Elias is probably one of the most over people. But you knew Rusev wasn't.
Did you
winning.
see Aiden English look completely different? By the way, he had a shaved head. And
Yeah.
But he didn't have that for the Battle Royal earlier.
Oh, he didn't.
He was normally Aiden English, and I guess he shaved his head in between.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I've never
see
seen
that.
such a dramatic change. Oh, he is the drama king.
Yeah.
Anyways, look at me.
Yeah. So that Dan Bryan Shane is what it. That I mean, we got to see coast to coast.
Yeah, I have issues with that.
Why won't Shane be able to hold his own against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Is that the issues you have?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, and
he's the greatest wrestler in the world.
He is the greatest wrestler in the world. They just prove it to me every week. I make that joke, and every week they up themselves.
And he kept grabbing his. He was in pain.
He had a hernia or something?
Yeah, an umbilical hernia and diverticulitis. So whatever.
We got to see
We got to see Daniel Bryan. I guess that was supposed to be the big thing in that match.
And what did they think? Did they think that giving us too much Daniel Bryan was a bad thing? Is that why they did that?
I don't know.
They're supposed to build up for us wanting him? I mean, we've wanted him,
You haven't, but...
Well, yeah, that's true. You smarks or whatever. What do you call yourselves?
Well, don't say that.
Well, yeah, but what do you call yourselves? I don't call you...
Bubba Bully, Mike
I call you...
Bubba Bully.
Bubba Bully. Did you see they put somebody through a table at the Hall of Fame thing?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Bubba Bully.
Ball.
That needs to be a thing we start hitting. Just us going Bubba Bully.
Bubba Bully.
Bubba Bully. I think it can sound almost exactly like it.
That's true. It does.
Bubba
I'll
Bully.
have to record that and we'll
All right.
drop it.
Let's go down the line. So then we got an underperforming match out of AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. Maybe it was just too much to expect there. What we got out of it was the heel turn at the end by Shinsuke.
And it was a slow match for a reason, obviously, so that they can have more matches down the road. They didn't want to blow their load all in this one match.
So if they have one, they can only have one good match. Is that how it works?
Yes, exactly.
Now, the best part of that match was the finish. Good, interesting sequence. Didn't see that coming with the Kinshasa knee strike and countering and the Styles Clash getting the win was nice.
I think we're gonna have to change how we do these WrestleMania picks because think of how many shocks there were last night.
Yeah, it's almost like Vince looks online now and sees the betting. He's like, these fucking people think they know what's going to happen. I'll change it all to spite them.
Jinder Mahal winning the U.S. title. I don't think anyone saw that. I mean, I guessed it only because I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Charlotte beating Asuka.
Yeah, breaking the streak. Yeah, what do we think about that? I mean, obviously I said I thought the match was incredible.
That was the best wrestling match of the night.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, now you really see what Asuka's made of.
Well, it's nice now.
She's no longer has to worry about the streak.
That's what I was going to say. She's no longer just about a streak.
But I think that I run that match back at Mania next year. I think I could see that going full circle next year, and maybe Asuka getting the win.
I wonder if my pulled calf muscle will be healed by then.
Probably not, because it's been that way for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I pretty much have a perpetually pulled calf muscle.
Yeah.
And then I go and do more runs.
Right, yeah. That sounds like you're a smart person.
Yeah, I'm just a fat man trying to park cars.
So
yeah, the heel turn. Do you think that they can do more with Nakamura as a heel? I mean, generally speaking, you can do more with any character as a heel, but one that doesn't talk?
He talks. What do you mean he doesn't talk?
Yeah, he talks like you exercise. I mean, yeah, he could do it, but he doesn't.
He talks. I think he talks fine. I mean, I think he's improved a lot. He talks more than Asuka.
Well, again, it's not saying much. That's like.
Did you think Vince last night was like, "I've been talking to Trump, and we're not having these Asians win at WrestleMania"?
Well, isn't that crazy?
A gender win.
Yeah, well, is he Asian?
He's Canadian.
Yeah, that's not near Asia at all.
Well, maybe although it's China we're having issues with, not Japan.
Yeah,
but maybe in Trump's world they're all the same. Probably,
I'm sure in Trump's world they're all the same.
That's right. If you want to put tariffs on our things,
China, Japan, Canada, they're all the same to Trump. But I thought it was incredible that we have two Royal Rumble winners both losing the same night. It doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Usually win the Royal Rumble, you go into WrestleMania.
Rare. It's never happened before because there's never been two Royal Rumble winners.
The first ever. All right, so what else you got?
Retard. I'm sorry, I'll delete that out.
I'm not deleting anything. You made me keep in calling Asians nerds last week. So.
Yeah, that's you. Anyway, and that takes us to our main event of the evening.
Yeah,
a shocker there. Brock Lesnar retains.
This had to be based on betting odds, or
no. I just think it was the whole. I think Vince and Dana are working together. You know, that was all set up, I guess, to make it look like he was not coming back, and then he, re-signed. Obviously, once he won the title, you knew he had to have re-signed.
Right.
Maybe he's going to be doing both. I'm assuming he's doing both. I don't see any way he's not doing both. So let's talk about the match itself.
Yeah. I feel, well, first of all, the crowd sucked the energy out of me, and I didn't care about the match as much as I should have.
Oh, you blaming somebody else?
It frustrated me. It frustrated me that when Reigns versus Lesnar happened in San Francisco, or whatever that was, Santa Clara. Isn't that the same place?
I mean, close.
Yeah, it's the same place. The crowd was like counting along. You know, when he did the suplexes, 1, 2, 3. You know, they weren't even doing that last night.
There was a guy in the front row. You see, he kept pulling him when it changed.
And like,
well, hey, there was beach balls and there was the wave.
That's what I heard.
Our correspondent
said that the reason that the crowd seemed so shitty last night was because of there was beach ball drama, and there was a huge wave going on.
Yeah, they just wanted to shit on that match. You knew they wanted to. And there's reason to shit on it. I mean, Brock's part-time act is, I think, grown stale for most people, and everybody hates Roman and thinks he's a piece of shit.
Oh, no, au contraire.
Basically, that's why they shit on this match. And it was basically a match of Superman punch, F5, 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 Superman punch,
stupid.
finisher.
It was not a good match.
Yeah, there were big spots in it. I mean, the F5 through the table, Brock getting knocked over the table. And I did call, by the way, that they would go to the same spot as in the Orton match.
Randy Orton, you did
where that would happen again, and it was as brutal as ever. So much blood. Oh, my God. That was the most blood I've seen.
And that was bright red blood.
Ever. Oh, my God. That was... I mean, he was leaking so bad.
Do you think he was at all meant to win that match? And then,
no.
Because I read a report today, and again, it's all internet just talking, that Vince called an audible when he realized Roman wasn't going to get over based on the blood. Like, they tried the blood thing, and the crowd still wasn't behind him, and Vince called an audible and had Brock win it.
No.
Okay. I mean, again, these are just things I'm reading, and I'm throwing them out to you. I mean, it's believable that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, but no.
Because they did the whole... It was... not saying it was Austin, but, it was the whole blood-covered face, and he still fought back against... You know what I mean? And I thought maybe that they were trying to do... feel for Roman situation, like you and I talked about.
If they wanted to do that, then they would have had Brock put him in the Kimura, and he would have passed out from it.
Yeah, true.
If they wanted to go complete, but
and that wouldn't have worked either.
He knows he's not. It's WrestleMania. main event. And the second Roman comes out, you can tell they killed the entire crowd's mic.
I said the same thing.
I wanted to ask Dan. I don't know if you asked him.
I did last night, and he said, and you got to remember, he hates our conspiracy theories against Roman.
Right. And
however, he did say that the crowd just quieted down. That it wasn't that they turned it down. That the boos were really loud, and then as soon as Roman started walking down the ramp, they kind of died out. Like there's the initial.
There was there was complete silence. Isn't that if that's true? Then that is the worst entrance in the history of WrestleMania. To have the guy that they say it doesn't matter if it's good or bad reaction, he gets reaction. To have complete silence, they killed those mics.
I'm telling you, he was there because I said the same when you texted me that and said it sounds like the mics got killed. I texted him and I was like, hey, are they really booing Roman that loud? He goes, well, they did at first, but then it stopped right away.
Yeah, because if you listen tonight, they didn't kill Mike, and he was booed from beginning to end.
Oh, that was that crowd tonight.
It was the same. It's the same people. Did you see the front row was the same people that had WrestleMania front row?
I gotta tell you, I hate that WrestleMania.
You hate crowds in general.
I hate that Raw after WrestleMania crowd.
Yeah, you hate crowds in general.
Well, I
love them.
Like they're
we are scumbags. What a chant! I love that. Elias, so good.
But what are you snapping your fingers?
So good. You know what? You probably you love everything I hate. Why don't you and Dan? Why don't you talk about your little talks?
Well, we were just having a conversation about Roman Reigns, and he hates that I hate Roman Reigns because, and I said it's not because I think that he's being forced on us. I mean, yes, he is, but he's also just not likable and relatable. You know what I mean? Like he's a 2-move guy or whatever, 3-move guy.
I don't care if you're 1-move guy. They've tried everything under the sun.
They have.
I mean, last night, I thought that they were going to go to that spot. I just knew it, just based on watching wrestling my entire life. But I thought they were going to do it to try, like, all right, we're going to get him sympathy this way and then put him over with the win, you know. So I was shocked when it didn't win, but, I mean, then they did a whole thing at the end where he, like, slowly gets up and he walks to the back. That's how you knew that's how that was booked. I mean, there was no, you know, whatever. But
true.
And he walked to the back and it was like, you're waiting for tonight for something to happen. So we did watch Raw tonight, obviously, and he just basically came out and we found out earlier in the day. You know, back in the day, if they would have pulled a move like this, they would have got more backlash because people just shelled out their $70, $80 for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And now you want to have this card in Saudi Arabia. Even, I guess it was Coach or whatever, or maybe it was Corey Graves. He's like, this is the biggest card. And it was like,
the
Coach. Since WrestleMania last night, it was almost like he stopped himself because every title is being defended.
Yep. And
it's a 50-man Royal Rumble. You got the title being defended in a steel cage. You got a ladder match. This card on paper is head and shoulders above the card for WrestleMania.
And I hate it. I got to tell you, I hate the idea.
I think that's ridiculous. You just had WrestleMania, and people say, well, why would you be mad about another good card? It's not the fact that, like, there's another good card. It's the fact that you just had WrestleMania. That's supposed to be the be-all, end-all.
Right.
And because you're trying to get into a new market,
right.
You decide to throw an all-time event, all-time card at least, I don't know how much will happen, and you're having a rematch right away in a steel cage. Can you imagine if they pull the trigger on a switch? Now, it doesn't look like it just because we had Samoa Joe come back tonight
right.
and basically announce that he'll be facing him at Backlash.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that mean that Roman wins the title and now Joe gets the title shot?
Possible, but I mean, like, could you imagine if they pull the trigger on a title change in Saudi Arabia and not have it at Mania, and then the speculation will start was, well, we know they won't boom in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So,
actually, that's a good point. So you send him somewhere else and he'll get cheered. It's like...
this whole thing, it makes no sense. I mean, and I asked you this last night. The children you watched with had no sympathy,
no reaction
did not
to
care
Roman
at all
winning.
about Roman Reigns,
Nope.
even though they love Roman Reigns.
They do.
Like their first friend. When he is dead, I mean, he's literally having the life beat out of him for real. Like those suplexes, they're not going to kill you, but it's still you're getting thrown around.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, that blood. I mean, and that shot. I tell you, back in the day, like when the shit was fake. I mean, obviously, I thought it was real. I was a kid, but it didn't look nearly as real as that.
Yeah.
And I freaking was like beside myself. I would, get myself worked up and as a kid
telling
cry
you, they had,
over
like, no
Hogan.
reaction
And
to
there's no feeling of like he's in peril or oh my God, I can't believe that he did that to Roman Reigns. No, they don't care because this guy isn't relatable. He's not Stone Cold.
He's not a likable, relatable character.
And he's not the type of babyface that is going to garner sympathy. So he just needs to be. I mean, they need to book him a different way because it's just wasting spots on the card. I mean, I know you can't always change things around to just make the audience happy or whatever.
Right, but after 5 years,
you've got guys right now that are garnering big reactions, and I feel like you sit on them. We haven't pulled the trigger on Braun Strowman. Yes, he's been highly featured over the past year on Raw, which is a big step, but okay, he hasn't the title yet, maybe in time. Right now on Raw, Elias is more over than pretty much anybody. You got Rusev is over as, anybody on SmackDown. And look at Rusev and Elias. They have the bodies that Vince, they're muscular dudes. Both can talk on the microphone. Both have charisma.
They're both funny.
I mean, I don't understand what more you'd want out of somebody to get a big push on it other than let's have Cena beat him up.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand the Roman Reigns huge push, but it's also that's not the main reason that I hate it. I just don't think that he's good. He's just not, like I said, not likable, relatable, and his moveset is shit.
I think.
I'm sorry.
And look, where the people are saying, "Oh, you're spending all this time talking about him." So
I know. Obviously, we have a reaction.
But he's been 4 straight. He main evented 4 straight WrestleManias.
No one's ever done that
since Hogan.
Right?
Yeah, Hogan did.
Wait, did he?
Yeah.
Which ones?
1, 2, 3.
He didn't main event.
He was in it.
Yeah, that was the.
He played a prominent role in it.
Yeah.
What are you, Bobcat Goldthwait?
Did he do 5? So he did
5, 6, 7, 8. He did 5, 6, 7, and 8 too. So I guess if you don't count
8.
It was a double. No, 8 was a double main event. No, 8 was a double main event. That was Sid and Hogan, and that was the botch Papa Shango late run-in. And then 9 was Yokozuna impromptu match.
So technically, he finished 5 straight.
Right, and if you say he was a part of the main event of 9 straight.
Okay, yes, you're right. But yes.
But at least he was liked for at least 6 of those. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like 6 or 7 probably at least. And Roman Reigns right now should be at this point you could do something more with him.
Yeah.
You have a built-in guy that can be the heel that makes a baby face. You know what I mean? Or makes a guy a huge face. The guy that goes after him. Like right now, if you flip the switch on Elias versus Roman and you flip-flop them, don't both come out better?
One would think. But, maybe Vince has like a certain... He signed a pact to the Samoan dynasty or whatever. No, what's the Annoyed family or something like that? That he just... They all have to be... Whatever.
Back in the day, they weren't really shit.
I guess that's true.
I mean, they weren't shit, but he never put them in like main events. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they weren't like single superstars, mostly tag teams.
So do you want to hear something funny that went down at our house at WrestleMania last night?
Yeah, sure thing.
So do you remember when the New Day came out and
the small people as the pancakes?
Yeah. So this was funny. Apparently, Jay Lucky's kids, have never seen a small person.
What?
Yeah. You should have heard.
I just saw 2 the other day when I went out to Heat.
Yeah. Back me up on this. It was hilarious. They were like completely dumbfounded by this. They were like, "How are those people so small? Like, what are they?"
Kept going, they're kids, and they're
with a beard.
Like, no, they're not.
Yeah, and then Chris he turns to this man. He goes, "They're shorter than John." Like I'm the smallest adult that they know.
Adult you've been in the world. You're one step ahead of.
But it was like. I don't understand. I don't know how else to explain it. They had never seen a small person in their life, and
that's why it's weird because the day before I was out and a small person couple came in the restaurant I was at, and I guess too because I think when I was a small child, one of my dad's coworkers' sons was like, and we were like friends or whatever. But I guess you may not. Huh.
I mean, I guess I would just have thought on TV.
Yeah, TV.
At least,
yeah.
but it was
TLC
clearly
channel.
the first
There was
time.
that one TV show.
This was clear, like they were just completely like
They're
their
so
world,
baffled. Like,
their worlds just like opened
that is
up.
crazy to think. Like if you see something you never saw before, like
And
what,
they were both trying to explain to each other what they were. Were they kids? Were they adults? Wait, that one's shorter than John. That one's doing the worm. Like kids
You don't know
that.
Mickey Abbott?
Nobody knows Mickey Abbott like we do.
Oh my god! They didn't explain to him that he was
No,
standing
we were
in for
too-
Punky Brewster when they was nothing.
Jay Lucky and I were too busy in the back, just dying laughing, like trying not to like. We were just listening, and we just could not contain it because it was.
You need to get a real life one and like have them like.
Oh, they'll probably their heads will
Freak
explode.
out?
Yeah, it was good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, guess who won the pick challenge?
That's why this Mania was terrible. Obviously,
Clearly,
terrible
I know
picks,
how to
man.
book WrestleManias. Apparently, I don't remember the actual final score, but it was like 100
You won
to
by
0. Oh, did I?
yeah, because if the last match went my way, we would have tied.
Yes, the AJ Nakamura match.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was like, well, if AJ loses, then we're gonna end up tied. But hey, he didn't. It was my gender pick. Once the gender pick happened, I was like,
that
well,
was unbelievable.
yeah. So I had. I think the ones that we had.
And my
different.
spite, I made a mistake with the spite Balor pick. I read too much into the, why have Rollins win on Raw and then
Yeah.
have him win the. But yeah,
Yeah.
if I'd have known Balor was coming out
You're
as
pointing at me.
LGBTQ Balor,
Yeah.
I would have said I knew, like, he probably wanted to do that, and Vince was like, "You're not getting the win then." I think he was booked
Are
to
you
win.
serious?
Oh my
Come
god,
on.
yeah! Like
So
Vince,
Vince-
cares a shit about the LGBTQ, and he was probably like, "I don't like them, but it's probably good for our brand." But you're not winning the title. And then somebody like, did you message me? Who messaged me said like, "Oh my god, is Balor gay? Does this mean?" I'm like, "No, this doesn't mean he's gay."
I don't think I messaged it. We talked about it on the couch.
I'm like,
but-
I'm pretty sure he would have come out and said if this was part of the message, he wouldn't have just be supporting him. He's just saying like, with everything that's going on, he's supporting. And you see Jeff Hardy came out in
Yeah.
similar garb tonight when he rejoined. Oh my god, that segment in the back, I was marking out so bad. I was so happy when he walked by his brother and they started talking to each other. I thought that segment was like really good. Like Bray Wyatt calling him Brother Nero and then they embraced, and just the look on Rollins and
And they're like, what was
Balor's
that?
face.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was-
that was good. And now they're redoing the Expedition of
Yep.
Gold, just
Yep.
like they did in TNA. And how about TNA? WWE.
Your boy. Bobby Lashley.
WWE throwing no WWE for the first time ever mentioning TNA by name on their program.
Oh, I missed that.
That's what I was saying to you. I was like, yeah,
I was
Kurt
making
Angle
there.
made a TNA reference.
Oh, I missed
when
that.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tried to get a job. He's like, yeah, I heard TNA's high. You can go there.
Holy
And
mackerel.
I was like, wow. It's like you don't acknowledge the first mistake is acknowledging the
Well,
competitor.
this is probably Kurt Angle just being ridiculous.
No, yeah, dude, to mention. So I think TNA's got to be happy about that mention. Some people might not even know it exists.
They're not even TNA anymore. That's the funny part. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean they're TNA.
they're Impact. They've been Impact for like 3 years.
They're still TNA. Total non-stop action. I think that reference can help them. Some people probably look up and be like, "What is this he's talking about?"
I think it's. Just,
I was
think
shocked they referenced. Usually, like that's like a no-no. Like back in the day, yeah, you referenced WCW as a brand name, and they were an actual. Maybe they gained some momentum.
I don't think so. There's no. First of all, they can't gain momentum because there is no TNA. And second of all, I think it was just Kurt Angle just being himself. And like,
Why
he can't
you
think.
think everybody goes off script all of a sudden?
Well, I think Kurt Angle's not smart
No,
enough
no.
to stick to a script. I don't think he's a very bright gentleman. I think he's tough.
You don't think he's Brett? Why?
I just don't. I've
That's one of the three eyes is intelligence.
does. Touche. That was good.
I mean, for God's sakes. Well, I wanted to say, I think, like, I've been watching wrestling. I was thinking about this the other day. I've been watching wrestling for so long that I think you start to question everything if it's a work or a shoot. Like, even non-wrestling stuff. Like, I was like, because I sent you that story about, like, Alicia Fox getting into it with Travis Brown, which is Ronda Rousey's boyfriend. And I was like, I wonder if this is a work or a shoot. Again, sorry, Bubba Bully. Bubba Bully. That's where you hit the Bubba Bully.
Bubba Bully.
Yeah.
He means real or fake, folks.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I was like, I do this in real life. I was like, I remember being at the FW, and FW instead of FW.
Oh, the Fells Wargs.
No, FW, also known as the fucking worst. Anyway. So, I remember being at the FW, and I'd be sitting there and be like, I wonder if this is a work or a shoot. Like this, like remember like when you would like interview for a job and you'd be like, I was in the final 2 and I didn't get it, and I'm like, dude, dude, that's a fucking work. Like,
so everything
you were in a shoot second, you were a work second. It was all part of the storyline. I think sometimes because I watch wrestling for so long, sometimes I start to question like real life whether it's a setup or not.
It is hard. Like, this is true though. If you watch wrestling, like a lot of wrestling all at once, and then you go and watch like sports, it's hard to like get your brain back to like, oh wait, anything could happen.
Yeah,
like
or
literally anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know, like the Flyers are in the playoffs starting this week, which is awesome.
Going to the game Sunday, by the way, Game 3.
Oh, really? I'm gonna probably put a bet on
game.
that. I'm probably gonna put a bet on that while I'm in Vegas. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you'll be in Vegas, and I'll be at the game.
Yeah.
So you should probably bet the Penguins.
Should bet Penguins.
Probably should, yeah.
That is all kinds of bad news.
Definitely should bet the Penguins.
Although maybe our two terriblenesses combined.
Yeah. You let me know what you do. I figure, although if you...
What, is it going to matter what shirt you wear?
Well, maybe if you bet the Penguins, Flyers have a chance.
I can't do that, man. I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, but I hate the Penguins.
Maybe you should go up and be like, I'd like to bet on the Pittsburgh Peas.
So do you want your punishment?
Yeah.
It's late at night.
Well,
Jay Lucky is ready for you. Jay Lucky, this is where you're going to have to join in. You're a big part of this. She's ready for you.
Yeah, I did come up with something, but I don't know where it is.
Do we need to take a break?
Maybe for a second so I can find it.
And we're back. All right, so are you ready? You think you're actually ready for your punishment? Because, you know, I mean, because my Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins and
just be happy you're not shirtless.
Bludgeon Brother, you should be happy I'm not shirtless.
I don't. You're the one that.
I was nervous, man. I was really. You could tell Jen, or she could tell you. I was like sitting there counting it up. I'm like, I don't think I can lose. And then she's like, what happens if you tie? And I was like, I don't know. And then AJ won, and I just like pointed to the heavens. It was awesome. So Jay Lucky has decided, again, the punishment is Sam has to get a ridiculous outfit on that was picked out by a woman because they have great sense of style. And then he has to take this...
no style here. This is just a ridiculous outfit.
And then with this ridiculous outfit on, he will be involved in a photo shoot with Jay Lucky, and then she will pick a photo for you to upload into your favorite dating website as your profile pic for just 1 week. And then
I have no idea what this is either. I've not seen it. Don't know what it is.
Next week we will reconvene. I can tell you we didn't like.
You can't turn around.
Don't turn around.
You should almost keep your eyes closed while I'm helping you get dressed.
Oh, she's gonna dress you.
Kind of weird. Do I need to take my clothes off?
No. Oh well, yeah, your coat. Just your coat. Take it off.
Oh, take it all off. Do you want me to saunter over to you?
No, I'm gonna saunter over to you.
Oh wow, she's actually getting close to the microphone for the first time.
All right, are your eyes closed?
Mm-hmm.
Does he need to put his hands up? Like.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Well,
so big, so big.
All right, ready?
Oh God, I thought I was being
taken.
You'll be taken.
Don't open your eyes yet.
Did you just put cologne on this, whatever the hell it is?
Nope, don't open your eyes yet.
It was...
Okay, it's
Keep
a jersey.
Keep them closed.
It's a jersey, I can feel it.
He's cheating.
I'm not cheating, I'm just describing the audience what's going on. Now I've had some type of hat or helmet put on my head. I'm going to guess helmet. I have a large head, so this is extremely tight. My poor mother.
And now the next... Wait, put your right arm straight out. Out to your right. There you go.
That feels like a title belt.
Wait, hold on.
This is all just accessories.
Oh boy, this picture on the website's really going to get the chicks, isn't it?
Wait a second.
Wait,
delete you!
What is she doing now?
And I literally...
Now she's reaching into the refrigerator.
Right before this segment started, I literally just found a girl that I was thinking about messaging, which is super rare for me.
Oh.
And now I don't know if I can do it because she seemed like a real person, and now she's going to see this. and I don't even know what's on me right now, but I feel silly. I'm holding a beverage in my left. It feels like it could be dainty.
All right,
It's definitely dainty. All right, you can open your eyes and prepare yourself for a photo
I
shoot.
have on my right shoulder a signed WWE replica title by Jerome the King Lawler.
Yes, it's an actual signature from Jerry Lawler.
I have a pomegranate spiked sparkling water in my left hand. A Dan Marino jersey. And is this
It's a Stetson. Yeah, it's a cowboy hat.
Oh, it's a cowboy hat. So a little HBK action up there.
And
just the sexy boy.
And
Now,
speaking
speaking of sexy boy, I want you to lay down on the couch.
Oh, hey, I've done this before.
the Costanza.
Does this show got 30 seconds?
I pretty much want you to do the Costanza on the couch.
You know the Costanza pose?
Yeah, I think I'm
And I'll do the play-by-play while you guys are over there on the couch because we don't have a remote mic. But yeah, so Jay Lucky's going to move him over onto the couch. The outfit was not picked out ahead of time, but the pose has been picked out since we determined.
It's something like with one leg like back and like.
Yeah,
Let me put my belt up.
Yeah, you need your championship belt.
Give them a little play-by-play.
All right, so right now Sam is straddling as if there was a person underneath him. A person I would feel really bad for.
Flash on just to make sure
Yeah, you definitely need to get a couple different angles, and he's holding the championship belt.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get rid of this.
Your smile isn't quite the Costanza sexy pose that I was hoping for.
I don't think I can be as sexy as George Costanza.
He's
All
got
right.
one leg pointed backwards, and oh my god, and he's definitely giving bedroom eyes to the
Wait,
camera.
hold on, I gotta do it
You're going to get a couple different poses. Now the belt is over his right shoulder. He's proudly sporting his Dan Marino Dolphins jersey because he loves his Dolphins.
I think you should put the belt somehow over the other shoulder.
Oh, that's his broken shoulder, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that.
Let the audience know about my broken collarbone.
Yeah.
Suffered in a very rare softball injury.
Got this.
Softball injury where he fell. He's back to straddling, and now
I think this might be it.
this could be it. He's giving the bedroom eyes
Wait,
while...
one more, just for good measure.
Oh, my. And now he's... Oh, yeah, I can't even describe to you, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to just get onto the website and check this out. We will definitely have some...
That will be my profile on OkCupid due to this horrendous WrestleMania card.
Yes, he blames WrestleMania. You already hated the card, and now you hate it even more. Although I'm telling you, you might get more hits.
Although as much as I hated it, I did post on Facebook that I still love wrestling, and thus I'll watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah. So that was it. That was the big punishment.
That would probably been a lot better if we were like a video type thing instead of a.
Yeah, it would have been. But
We'll
I
have
mean,
to-
What if we post like
What if we
2 or
no?
3 pictures on Twitter and let
Whoa! There was no Twitter involved in this.
We'll just.
There's no Twitter involved. I have a professional career to worry about,
That's
ladies
true.
and gentlemen.
He does have a career.
I have followers and people that respect me
I
still.
didn't say you had to tag him in it.
And I have people that respect, and I'd rather put it on Facebook. That's where stupid stuff
Yeah, I was
goes.
to say there will be the making
I
of
have shirtless pics, I think, on there.
the photo. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then hold on. I got to write that.
There
down.
you go.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
That,
get
yes,
some enjoyment later.
the whole photo shoot will be up on Facebook at some point this week, probably as an accompaniment to this episode. You can check it out. Speaking of checking it out,
Mania was almost ending at this time last night.
yeah, just after
12:07.
Jeez Louise.
How did you do for those mid-show plugs this week?
I did terrible once again. God damn it. I need to really work on that. I need help. I'm not a professional broadcaster.
No, that's clear.
Oh, ouch. Thank you very much. So, as I said before, speaking of checking out, you can check out the rest of the Tapped Out Podcast Network at tappedoutpod.com. Catch us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play.
This 500-year-old jersey off.
By the way,
Well,
it's
only thing
wrinkled
is
to
we can
shit.
Hold this.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get to hold your feminine drink, but it's all right.
It was hard to hold a belt and pose. I need a hand to do something. Unless you just want to flop like a fish.
I'm telling you, my friend, you were humping that couch. Like I don't
haven't
think
humped in a while.
I would say I don't think you
The
haven't lost you haven't lost a
chance
step
to
though.
do
I
it,
think
huh?
you still know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Pretty good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think
couch was enjoying
the
it.
couch didn't know what hit it. Anyways, thank you for listening to Guerrilla
The couch
Press.
does feel a bit dirty right now.
And is it possible? I want to somehow get photo evidence that you made that your profile pic. Like, Without
Okay.
giving away stuff on your profile? Like,
Yeah, no, it'll
like-
be right on here.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if anybody reaches out to me.
Oh, this will be a whole new trend that you're starting. We're just
Where you
ridiculous.
put a terrible picture up and it gets girls to
The bedroom
reach out to
eyes.
you.
The bedroom eyes is going to get them. It's not going to. They're going to look past the autograph belt and they're going to see the bedroom eyes.
They're gonna look past. I'm like, that's Jerry Lawler.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We will catch you next week on the Guerrilla Press.
Later.